10 years on 94.3 The X here in the garage. We tried to spiff it up as much as we could for you guys. I thought they did a great job.
I love the decor, actually. No, yeah, and I said we started in a garage, and now we're back in a garage.
Exactly.
It was perfect.
And just like you started doing the independent thing, now you're back doing the independent thing.
Yeah, that last song, I guess you could dedicate that to our old major label. That was the anti-single that we gave them.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you find yourself when you were recording with the major label and just too many cooks in the kitchen where you kind of like, well, I'll show you, and all right, we're going to do this, and we don't really care, and here's your album, because that's what you said you wanted. You didn't say, oh, it had to be like this.
Well, the difficult part of being on the major is, first of all, you're married to it, and it wasn't all bad. I mean, they helped us a lot in the beginning, but it seems like every time we were coming up to do a newer album, they wanted to take more and more control, so we were slowly losing control, and we had to play the game in order for them to allow us to record the album. So it's like feeding the wolves is called feeding the wolves for a reason. I mean, it's very self-explanatory in that sense, and it was the most compromise we felt like we ever had to do. And for me, myself, I can't go back there. Like it was too much for me. I felt like I was lying to myself, and it was very uncomfortable, and I'm not a good actor at all.
Yeah, there were some of my favorite songs that we ever wrote ended up on that record, and then some of the ones that I just cringe when I hear on that album. So
very bipolar.
Yeah, it's being able to do this, like before, we go in with a producer, we were in there for a month, we had a time constraint, and this time we had complete freedom. We built a studio that's in Brian's basement, so anytime he wanted to do something or work on something, we could. And so we would write songs before and record them on previous records, and then you kind of live with them for a few weeks, and you go, man, I think this drum part, we could change that, it could be cooler. But by that time, it was already printed, and you didn't have enough time to go back. So for us, each song was a work in progress for months and months at a time. Like we did Backlash was the first song that we started recording, and I think the last song that we finished.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we tweaked it from maybe a 7-minute song down to where it is now, and it was just wonderful to have that freedom.
Yeah.
How long did the whole process take, you think, this time?
What was it about?
December till June.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not too bad.
No, I mean, we were really working as hard as we could. We knew that we wanted to prove to ourselves and to everyone else that we were very capable of doing this, and we didn't just want to sit and slack off and waste time. We knew time was of the essence, and we worked until sometimes we drove each other crazy, but we kept working.
Yeah, we were inspired by the process. I mean, getting to wake up in the morning, go downstairs, and start just doing anything creative. It didn't matter. Cool. There was no major agenda. It was just get in there, create, see what will happen. And that's what we did.
Yeah, it was cool to start songs with no agenda. Just start with a piece and let it progress and see where it goes.
I think Brian probably worked 25 hours a day because he built the studio himself. And a lot of this stuff was he had all this new gear, and I mean, we would come in, we'd write a song, and it would finish it, and then come in the next day, and it was like he had added all this crazy stuff to it. Or, I mean, he probably recorded drums maybe 15 times.
Hey, how many times do you record drums to Backlash? At least a dozen.
I don't know. I can't count that high.
Is it kind of not an awesome thing though after a while, because you had to just say, all right, this is it. This is gonna be the last one. We're not gonna mess with it anymore.
Well, you know what? The thing with making an album, especially like this, is that it's never done. You just give up.
Yeah.
And for him to give up on lyrics is like pulling
I drive
teeth.
him crazy. Yeah. Like we had this one song called Soma that the music had all been written, and the verse parts of the vocals were done, but we just couldn't get, I couldn't get a chorus melody that I was satisfied with. And I drove them absolutely nuts. Like, we wrote at least half a dozen different choruses, and it's because I really loved the rest of the song so much that I wanted to find the right part. And that's the beauty of doing it ourselves. If we were in a studio in LA and 4 weeks to do it, we'd have to just throw down whatever we had, and we wouldn't be able to experiment like that.
It seems like it would always feel like a monkey on your back, because you got to get this cranked out by this time, and that's it. And then you're right, because you kind of lose, it's not as much fun anymore, and you kind of lose the artistic quality, because it's just like, all right, well, this is what they're going to get, I get you.
our poor managers kept giving us like, okay, you got to be done by this time frame. We're like, okay, cool. And we get close, we're like, we're not going to be done by then. And they're like, guys, you're killing us. So it kept going back and back. We're like, all right, we're done. We're done.
Well, the new album, Minus the Machine, is out on Tuesday. Do you guys want to do something from that?
Yeah, we can do. This one is called Tightrope.
10 years on 94.3 The X.
Exposure of repetition blinds ambition slowly, frozen in motion. Time is ticking by with every moment. No one takes notice of their incandescent adolescence glowing. Sweet songs won't last too long. Breathe in deep. Stop holding your breath. We need peace, closure and rest. Older and older, these wandering eyes never close up. Funeral for failure, now your final hour as a coward's over. Sad songs won't last too long. Breathe in deep. Stop holding your breath. Tightrope, stop walking the wire and fly. Stop holding your breath. We need peace, closure and rest. Breathe in deep. Stop holding your breath. We need peace, closure and rest. Tightrope, stop walking the wire and let go. Euphoria. Tightrope, stop walking the wire and let go. Thank you.